Welcome to qualifier season. We've got athletes all over the place doing qualifiers here. We've got multiple cameras set up. It's awesome. You got to watch where you walk because you never know if you're going to get in the camera angle. So this is a good time of year. What's up, friends? It's qualifier season, and there's no better time than qualifier season. But if you've never done qualifiers before, I want to give you a few tips that are going to help you be prepared so that when you come in to do your qualifiers, you save more time, you get the best score you possibly can, and you eliminate stress. So let's go take a look at some tips and tricks to help you with your qualifiers. All right, so one of the first things that I would recommend is getting yourself a little competition or a little qualifier go bag is what I call it. This sits in my car during qualifier season, and it has all the essentials that you might need. First off, we've got tape. You always need tape because sometimes you have to mark lines. Sometimes gyms don't have it, so you always bring your own. Second, always have a tape measure with you. For measuring, oftentimes you're gonna have to mark and measure and verify things. So always have your tape measure with you. Last but not least, if you have one, I would highly recommend bringing your own clock. The Rogue clock is a great one. It's not too expensive and you can get it on the Rogue site, but I would recommend having your own clock for a couple reasons. Oftentimes, in regular class, the class gets priority for the clock, and sometimes it's hard to find one, and it's always good to have a backup clock. Even if you're using an app that has a timer, it's always good to have one just as a backup, number one, and also two, so that you can see where you're at. So I recommend that. Also a pen and printed pages of all the workouts with all of the criteria, and those things go in the go bag, and then it's always with you. All right, let's talk apps. So there's two apps that I've used that I really like. I love WODproof. I think WODproof is really great. I also like WeTime. I've used that as well. And then there's just your regular phone camera. Do whatever is most comfortable for you. Some people are a little gun shy on the apps because historically there's been times when the app has failed in the middle of a workout, or it doesn't save it, and then all of your amazing work is wasted. So some people feel more comfortable just having it on, just recording it with their regular phone. Whatever's best for you. But here's some tips that you need to make sure that you're doing when you are setting up for recording. Number one, put your phone in airplane mode instantly. There's nothing worse than in the middle of your best score, a phone call comes in and it absolutely ruins your video. So always put your phone on airplane mode. I prefer personally to shoot horizontally versus vertically. Sometimes it depends on the workout, but oftentimes a horizontal can get more, you can see more, and that's really the most important thing in all of this, is that the video is able to capture all of your movements. So for example, if you're doing something on a bar, you're going high, toes to bar, or bar muscle ups or something, you need to make sure that your camera is set so that they can see the full range of motion. The worst thing you can do is have the camera set so that they can see you hanging on the bar, but then when you get on top of it, they can't see you. What I like to do is I'll set up my tripod, I'll make sure everything can be seen, and then I'll mark with chalk where my tripod is supposed to be, so that then if I have to move it, I can put it right back where it needs to be. So ensure that you have, again, your phone in airplane mode, that it's set up so that everything can be seen, and that will set you up for success. All right, let's talk introductions. It doesn't need to be complicated, and it doesn't need to be stressful, but you are pretty much in every qualifier required to introduce yourself to the camera by saying your name, what division you're in, and then you need to go verify with the camera all of the weights, all of the measurements, all of the areas that you're going to be. That's pretty standard. So what you'd do is you'd introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Zach. I am in the Masters 40 to 44 individual competition, and this is Desert City qualifier number 3. Quick intro just like that. And then you'll take your camera and you'll go and verify. This is my 50-pound dumbbell right here. Okay, right there. You see it right over here? Okay, that's my 50-pound dumbbell. This is the measurement for my handstand walking, and you'll literally have a tape measure down, and you'll start at one end and you'll follow the camera down to the other end so that they can see the actual measuring tape. Those are the things that you need to verify. And then keep your camera rolling, go set it in the appropriate spot, keep it rolling, and then you can start your workout. It's very important that you do those intros correctly, and especially verify weights. Verify measurements, because you will get penalized if you don't do such things. Last but not least, have fun with the qualifiers. Think about this. You're already in the top 1% of the world who shows up to do fitness on a regular basis. And now you're in the top 1% of the 1% who pushes themselves outside of the normal training and is doing something just a little bit harder, a little bit more outside the box, a little bit more intense. And that is something to be celebrated. Wherever you finish on the leaderboard, that doesn't matter. You're pushing yourself, you're doing hard things, you're getting better by doing it. So enjoy the qualifiers, have fun, build community, celebrate with other people, stick around and encourage and judge people. And that will make for an amazingly enjoyable and fun qualifier season. So here's to a great qualifier with Desert City. Here we go.